So, I thought I would make a short video about my goals update. So, I've just started focusing on them. I have, what is today? I think 2.5 weeks until I turn 50, but I wasn't waiting to turn 50 to start on them. I just have been trying to wrap some things up. So anyway, I've made this habit tracker. So some of my goals are trackable, such as my workouts, not doing social, setting and enforcing boundaries, things like that. So I've got, each day of the month that I can mark whether I accomplish that. Some of those that they're trackable, but you don't need, a daily tracker for, I put down here. That's the doing 2 fun things a month, putting money toward debt or savings. Some of the goals in my goal video, I hadn't said what they were. So one of the goals is to work out strength training, flexibility, and cardio. So I have been doing that mostly at home. I do belong to a gym, but a lot of times I can't get to it when they're open. They moved and they're an hour away now. And so I'm going to get a different gym, but at the moment, I have a contract with them and they wouldn't let me break the contract even though they moved an hour away from me. So next month, I'm just going to pay off the contract so I can start fresh with a new gym somewhere closer. So I've cut going on social media way down. I have gone on here and there, but I've cut that down. And that was one of my goals in order to help, foster creativity, not to kill time on social media. One of my goals was to try one new hobby a month. So I created a list of all different hobbies I could think of, asked ChatGPT, Googled, all different kind of unique and different hobbies because I wanted to try something different. So I actually settled on 2 hobbies. So one, I want to do somatic yoga for the month. I've been wanting to try that. I love yoga, but I wanted to try somatic yoga. So I'm going to count that as a hobby and as part of workout. The other hobby I came across was someone said they just take pictures of weird or odd things they find every day. And I thought this would be a good one to kick off, my effort to be more creative, because I feel like this is something that would make me more observant if I'm looking for weird or odd things. And the example she used was, you just see a jar of mayonnaise sitting on a park bench or something, right? And so she takes pictures of that kind of stuff. So I thought that would be a good thing to kick it off. Let's see. Paying off debt, pretty self-explanatory. Setting and enforcing boundaries. I have been paying attention to where I lack in this area, and it's pretty bad. I really offer things before thinking through, and it costs me money, it costs me time, and I've caught myself doing it more than once, even while I'm telling myself, you don't have the time or money to do this, and I will do it, and then it's, cost me time or money I didn't have, and I will follow through, because if I tell someone I will do something, I will follow through. It's not their fault I don't have boundaries. But so that's going to be the one that's the biggest challenge. And then spending nothing unnecessary. So this is, I will count. So what I consider unnecessary is just random shopping. But one of my stress reliefs is going to thrift stores, going to garage sales. Now, I don't always buy things, but I do keep an eye out for certain things that I have a running list in my head of things I need or things things for the house or whatever, things I need for people, things people want. So I do need to give myself a budget for that, but my goal is to, every time I'm stressed, not stop at a thrift store and go look around. Because even if I go in intending not to buy something, I might. I mean, maybe something I really needed was there. And so I look at it. If I stop and something I really need is there, it was meant to be. If I don't stop and something I needed was there, then it wasn't meant to be. Otherwise, I would have stopped. So I don't care. My goal is just to cut way back on that, because, it can get expensive even if you buy a couple dollars worth of stuff, if it's your stress relief and you're stressed every day. so that's to cut back, but I am giving myself a small budget for that. And so that's unnecessary spending. One of the unnecessary spendings also overlaps with boundaries. So I don't want to offer things or do things that cause me unnecessary spending, because I need it more for the things that I'm working towards. So I don't really, need to spend it on other people at this time. The other focus is the no eating junk food or overeating. So I also have a tendency to way overeat when I'm stressed. Not so much junk food when I'm stressed, because I don't really buy junk food at home. But I will stop, like I've said before, I might stop and get gas, and I buy, a little bag of chips or something when I'm at the gas station. So, but my goal is to not do junk food at all. I know people think it's extreme to cut out all junk food, but it's not really my preference, because I know how bad it makes me feel. And that's where my problem with overeating and everything comes in, because I know how bad it makes me feel. And once I start feeling sick from eating stuff, instead of stopping, I will literally keep going, because it's like, oh, I'm already sick. And it's not that I don't think the stuff tastes good. It's just with all my health problems and how it makes me feel, it's not my preference. I don't have a problem not eating it. I have a problem not eating it when I'm stressed. So I think that was my main ones. The 2 fun things a month, that's pretty easy for me to do, because I've kind of been doing that for the last 6 months. So I've already filled out my June calendar with everything I'm going to do. So I think that's where I'm at with, working on the habits and goals. And so I'm going to start this with today's date. It's the 28th. I know people are like, oh, you should start it at the beginning of a month. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that believes in, waiting until Monday to start, waiting till a new month, waiting till a new year. Just start it when you want to start it. So this starts today on May 28th. And I think that's it. But I will give a weekly update with how I'm doing on everything. And I will talk to you guys later.